Welcome back. In this episode of Butler's Inventor Coaster Set, we're going to take a look at how to put our coaster set parts together in an assembly. You should have your iPad sitting next to your computer with the video playing, and on your computer you should have Inventor open. Okay, let's begin. Let's go up to the orange file in the top left hand corner of the screen. We're going to go down to New. When our menu opens up, we're going to choose this one right here, which is called a standard IAM. I stands for Inventor, AM stands for Assembly. Click it once and then click Create. When we open up, our ribbon bar at the top kind of looks a little bit different. We're going to go to the top left hand side of our ribbon bar and click Place. We're going to go to our H drive, first initial last name 000. If this does not automatically show up for you, click on the pull down menu here, and you're going to go all the way to the bottom, first initial last name 000. And we're going to select our base and click Open. We're going to click once to place our base. Press the Escape key. And now we're going to take and ground this part so it doesn't move. Right now when I click on this, I can move it around. We don't want this to move. So we're going to go over to our model browser bar on the left hand side. And in front of the word base, there's a blue icon there. We're going to right click, that's with your middle finger on the mouse, right click and go down to grounded. It's about 3/4 of the way down right here. You can tell it's grounded because it has a push pin in it and that icon right there that shows that it's grounded. Okay, next let's zoom out just a little bit by rolling the wheel on your mouse. Just a little bit, we're going out. Give us room to place the other things that are going in here. We're going to go up to the top in the ribbon bar once again, click on Place, and we're going to get our peg. That comes next. We're going to place one peg over here on the right by the hole, one peg over here on the left by the hole. Press Escape. Now we're going to take and constrain. We're going to constrain, and we're going to use an Insert tool. So coming across our menu here, we're the fourth one over. We want Insert. It kind of looks like a peg or a nail going into a hole, and that's kind of what we're doing with the pegs. We also want to have this one as an option, Opposed. When we come into our pegs, we're going to click when we get the arrow pointing down towards the bottom. If your mouse is too high up, that red arrow is pointing up. Make sure your mouse is low enough that that red arrow is pointing down. Once we have that, we're also going to click on the top part of our hole. So the arrows should be pointing towards one another. Now, that places the peg exactly on the top of the hole, but it's still on the top surface of the base. So we're going to provide an offset for that. And since we want it to go in, we're going to type in -0.5 because that's how deep the hole is. And you saw it just go down into the hole. Click Apply. We're going to do the same thing to the other one. Click the peg with the arrow pointing down, and click the top of your hole with the arrow pointing up. And we're going to enter in an offset value right here of -0.5. And you see that dowel go boom right down into the hole. Click Apply, press Cancel, and now we're going to move on to our next part where we're going to be placing our coaster. So we're going to place, let's go get our coaster, click Open. We're going to put that coaster right up here above the pegs. Don't try and set it down on top of the base. Let's bring it up so we can properly constrain it. And there's another one attached to my cursor. We're going to press Escape on that. Then we're going to constrain. Here we're going to leave it on the first option. We are going to use these two tools here, which are Mate and Flush. So we're going to Mate, and when I bring my cursor over to one of the pegs, you can see how I get that dot dash dot dash dot dash line. That's the center line of that peg. So I want dot dash line and click. Then I'm going to go up to the hole that's up here in the coaster, and I want to get the center line as well. Now there's lots of things that are going to activate when we come up here. You may have to zoom in a little bit. We don't want the outside of the fillet. We don't want the inside of the hole. We want, right there it is, dot dash line, center line of that hole. And click Apply. Next, if I press Cancel on this, you can see that we still kind of swing around. So we want to also put this peg into that hole. So that's going to be next for us. So rotate this kind of off a little bit so that we can see the hole and the peg. And let's get our constrain menu back open again. We're going to mate once again, center line dot dash line of the peg, and zoom in until you can get the center line dot dash line of the hole. And click apply. Okay, so right now we have our coaster lining up on top of the pegs, but it still moves up and down on the pegs. So now we got to take and lock it into the top of the base. We're going to do that with another mate right here. Mate again from our constrain window. We're going to select the top of our base, and then we're going to click the bottom corner in our world view cube, click the bottom of our coaster. Click apply. Let's go home and see what we ended up with. So we have our base nicely mated with the coaster. That's awesome. And it's on each one of the pegs. Press cancel on our constrain window. And of course, we need to put our cork in next. We're going to click place from the ribbon bar at the top. Let's go get a cork. Click open. That was a coaster. Let's go back and place and get our cork. Click open. Now, I have my cork here. I'm going to take and press escape to let go of the other cork that's attached. And I'm going to constrain once again. I'm going to constrain, mate, and remember that center line that we wanted? We want the center line of this big hole to the center line of the cork. So when I get my center line, I need to be on this narrow edge right here to show that center line. You can see it in the middle of the hole, dot dash line. Click to select it. And I need the center line of my cork disc, and I need to be on the narrow edge of my cork disc right here. Dot dash line shows up in the middle of the cork, and click. Select apply. And now you can see that our cork is a little low in there, so we're going to take and we're going to flush this option right here. We're going to flush top of the cork to the top of the coaster and press apply. Press cancel, and now we have base, peg, coaster, and the cork all put together. You can see we still have room on the pegs up here. We're going to stack another 3 along with, and it's going to be the same process. I'm going to take you through and show you how they work. I'm going to start going a little bit faster after this second one. So coaster kind of lined up on top of where it's going to go. Press escape to let go of the extra coaster set, and we're going to constrain. We want to mate center line dot dash of the peg and center line of the hole. Click apply. I'm going to press cancel, move my coaster up a little bit. I'm going to mate once again the peg on the other side to the hole that aligns with it. Click apply. And now I'm going to mate the top of your coaster. Rotate in your world view cube by clicking the bottom corner to the bottom of your coaster. Click apply. Next is going to be the cork. So press cancel on your constraint menu. Let's go place. Let's go get a cork. Click open. And here once again we want to constrain, mate center line of the hole, center line of the cork. Click apply. And then we're going to flush top of the cork, top of the coaster, and click apply. Okay, that's 2 for us. You guys are going to continue on your own. I'm also going to create with you to show you what it looks like when we're finished. Coaster's next. Then we're going to constrain, center line of the peg, center line of the hole. Apply. Cancel. Move our coaster off of there. Center line of the peg, center line of the hole. Click apply. Constrain. We're going to mate top of the coaster, bottom of the coaster, and apply. Cork is next. Constrain, center line of the hole, center line of the cork. Then we're going to change to flush, top of the cork, top of the coaster. And we have one more to go to put the fourth coaster on. Center line of the peg, center line of the hole. Move this coaster off so we can see the peg in the hole again. Center line of the peg, center line of the hole. We're going to constrain, we're going to mate top of the coaster set, rotate our world view cube, bottom of the coaster. That's our fourth one on there. When we go home, the last thing we need is another cork to go in there. Place our cork. We're going to constrain. We're going to mate center line of the hole, center line of the cork, apply, and then we're going to flush top of the coaster, top of the cork, and apply. Press cancel, and there we go. We have our Butler Inventor coaster set all done and completed. That looks awesome. The only thing left for us to do is to save this as an assembly. So we're going to go up to the orange file in the top left hand corner. We're going to go down to Save As. We're going to place this into our H drive, first initial last name 000, and we're going to call this Coaster Set Assembly, and click Save. Nice job. In the next video, we're going to show you how to create a presentation for your coaster set. We'll see you over there in the next video.